Hi, it's Charity, and welcome back to the Super Sim series. Yeah, it's been a little while, so with no cheats and no mods, we're going to get all of the milestones, reach top level of every career, get every degree, max all the skills, earn all the aspirations, reward traits, and get all the collections and save file achievements, basically everything you can do with a single sim. Now, Theodore has pretty much reached the top of the scientist career and a bunch of other careers. But right now, we are just happy that he finished his, basically his midlife crisis. So now that that is done, we have the next chapter of his life to get on with. And since he was a scientist, he made a cloning machine. And with that cloning machine, he has made a clone of himself, or he wants to make a clone of himself. But the problem is that I have 8 Sims in this household, so I don't have enough room. So what we are going to do is unfortunately say goodbye to Loki. So we've maxed our pet training skill. And I did not know that this was possible, but on the computer, don't cancel me, you can go to put your pet up for adoption, and that is just horrific. But for the storytelling purposes, it fits in with who Theodore has become. So he is an evil scientist, he is an evil man, and he is going to put his dog up for adoption. And then basically what happens is the adoption services person shows up and takes your pet away. And why are you angry? Probably because Theodore deserves it. And we get the adoption crate, and then the pet gets taken away. And why is the pet flirty? I didn't think that pets could become flirty, but okay, so Loki is taken away. Okay, and we no longer need the horse either, so we are going to wake up the horse. And then I think we have to wake up the horse for some reason. I don't know why we have to wake up the horse first, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, and then we sell the horse. And that is in preparation for something else that I have planned. So we sold our horse, and by the way, if you are attached to any of your pets, just transfer them in Manage Worlds. Don't ever do it that way because it deletes them from the game. But for my purposes, I do not need those pets anymore. As horrible as it sounds, I am probably going to lose a lot of the Sims in this save. So we are not concerned with the pets for right now. We will be doing the pet aspiration and the horse riding aspiration in a future episode in this series. And for right now, they're just not as important. Okay, and if you didn't know, you can give someone a death flower to age them up. So, well, a death flower scented flower arrangement. So Candace is a little bit upset with Theodore because he gave the pets away. So if you go to friendly activities and give gift, give flower arrangement gift, and then choose any death flower scented arrangement, then that will make your sim age up to an elder. And just to note that if you hope to get the wise trait, for whatever reason, doing it this way, instead of with a birthday cake, you don't get that option. But it's fine. I don't need the wise trait. I can pick it later if I want it with a retraining potion as an elder. So Candace tricks Theodore into aging him up into an elder. It serves you right, Theodore, for basically giving one of the pets, or actually both of the pets away. So we are now going to retire from our job. And this basically gives us the retired from your career milestone. How can Theodore continue his reign as Super Sim as an elder? Elders are weak, and Theodore does not want to be weak. So he works on his cloning machine, and he thinks that just maybe if he makes a few adjustments, he can go backwards in age. Little does he know that his tinkering has drawn the attention from the Robot Coalition. And so Candace has decided that Theodore's antics are just too far. He's gone too far this time in his search for perfection. So basically, Candace has decided that she needs to take matters into her own hands, and she messes with the machine so that it may have an unintended consequence that Theodore is not aware of. Well, Candace and the Robot Coalition have decided that they need to start over. So all of the Sims need to be turned into children or ghosts or eliminated. And that includes Carla. We're sorry, Carla. So before Carla realizes it, Candace gives her a second flower arrangement. And whenever you give an elder a death flower scented flower arrangement, they die. And so we say goodbye to Carla yet again, as she is going to meet the Grim Reaper for the last time. Grim, don't you dare resurrect her. I'm trying to do a story here. Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to choose Rebirth. Now, the thing about Rebirth is it's currently bugged. I've tried this so many times, and I have tried to get around it, and there's no way to get around it. So basically what you have to do is you have to move the sim into an empty household. If you attempt to move the sim into a household that even has one other sim in it, it will replace your Rebirth sim with that current sim, and you basically lose your Rebirth sim. So we are not doing that. We're just going to pick this house and move our Rebirth sim in by herself. Okay, and here's little Carla. So, yeah, cute outfit, but we're just going to randomize her trait, and Carla is going to be sensitive. All right, that's fine. And yeah, I guess this outfit is okay. The eggplant hat is funny. It reminds me of like I don't know, Cabbage Patch Babies or something. That's so funny. Okay, and now since we can't have just a single infant in a household, we will just have to make a random sim. Or maybe not. Let's import one from the gallery. There we go, and we have Sis V400. So basically we are setting up the robot invasion. Okay, something has happened to my infant. Maybe I shouldn't have canceled the rebirth thing, but anyway, I guess she's fine. Yeah, she's going through all of her milestones because she has the special trait ability that gives her all of the milestones when she rebirths as an infant. Okay, well, anyway, except for the pull to stand. For whatever reason, she doesn't get that one, I guess. She has the burning soul from completing the soul's journey. Oh, she does have all of them. Okay, so maybe. Okay, yeah, she does have the pull to stand milestone, despite the fact that she couldn't complete the pull to stand interaction. Okay, that's fine. And we have also completed the born milestone. So yeah, that is legitimate. Okay, now the only thing about Theodore is I have not got the burning soul thing. So, yeah, that was close. All right, so maybe we should do that really quick. Oh, the reason why I haven't done it is because he has to be a ghost in order to do it. Okay, well, that's easily solved. Okay, before Theodore gets to use his cloning machine, Candace gives him another surprise flower arranging gift.
Oh, Boro Swib. Aw. Yeah.
And Theodore faces the same fate as Carla. All of the robots in the Robot Coalition have learned to use the flower arranging skill. And they have been giving flower arranging gifts to all of the Sims in the world. Except for the children. Okay, Grim. Are you going to cooperate with my story or not? Does Theodore get resurrected, or does he pass on and live as a ghost? We'll see. What do you think, Grim? When I was testing this out for bugs, he actually resurrected him once. But that was only once out of 2 or 3 tries. Yep, you're dead, Theodore. Okay, this time we're going to become a playable ghost. And the reason for that is I want to try to get the soul's journey thing completed. And you have to be a ghost for that. Okay, let's see what kind of goals we can get. Hopefully they're easy ones. Because I don't want to do anything hard. The greatest sculpture is sculpting a thing? Oh, okay. So it is. It's woodworking. I didn't know that was considered sculpture, but okay. Why are you so tense? I'm disliking this decor. All right. I thought I reset all of his likes and dislikes so that he doesn't dislike anything anymore, but I guess not. Why can he not finish this sculpture? No, don't go pick up the toddler. Okay, hopefully this is a masterpiece. It says excellent. I don't know what masterpiece would be. Okay, this is Declare Life's Finest Sculpture, even though it's just a bunny. All right, well, that was easy. And the next one is easy since we just need to bask in our gardening greatness. And then we need one more for the big picture. And there we go. We have completed the soul's journey with Theodore. Okay, we're here in the Spencer house, or Pickens household. Yeah. So this is Spencer Pickens. Quite the outfit. I think I'm going to leave you like that. Okay. And wow, we are just full of good outfits. You are such a dork, but I love, okay, except for that one. So I kind of love it, but not the nose rings, and really not this whole outfit. These are just so funny. Let's pick a slightly better short than that, though. Yeah, you look like a SpongeBob guy. Okay, I don't know why, but I want to leave this outfit because it's just ridiculous. And it's kind of funny. Okay, so yeah, that is our Spencer. So we have here the charity codes name tag, and we will find a guy for Spencer. Well, a guy or girl. So why am I thinking guy? Maybe we'll just look around and see who have I not used yet, because I need some fresh Sims. I know. Thank you to Invader T and Many Faces of Jamie. You guys have contributed a bunch of them, but I'm just trying to find some normal Sims, and you guys make some pretty unique looking Sims. Okay, let's use this one. Ace Walker by Many Faces of Jamie. I should have known with a name like Ace. Oh, well, it says exploring romantically. Okay, so basically, yeah, he's open to whatever. So you are going to be in the Pickens household. And I believe that Spencer is Generation 6. So that would make this next baby Generation 7. And it's a boy. We're going to name him Houston Pickens. And there's little baby Houston. Okay, now we have the Pittman Reaper household. And this is Nick. He is the only one left. So we are going to get Nick a match. Okay, and what about Vasquez Gen 2? Okay, so you are Brittany Vasquez by Wayne Matt 7. The only thing is we have a maker pack, which I do not have. Okay, hopefully her outfits are fine. We'll check them really quick. Oh, she has a ton of outfits. I love Sims like that, but to be honest, I do not have the time. Okay, I have no idea what outfit it is that is doing that. Oh, it's just a makeup thing. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I can live without the makeup. Okay, the only thing is we will be changing your name. You're going to be Brittany Pittman Reaper and married to Nick. Okay, we're going to have a bunch of science babies. No other babies right now for reasons I will explain later. What? Did you say no? You are not allowed to say no. Do you hate children or something? Romantically reserved. No. All right, we're going to have a science baby, whether you like it or not. All right, so get a boy named Joe. Okay, and now she's happy. Okay, then we have Julian Winchester, who is the 5th generation of the Winchester family. Have I used Neil Peterson before? I don't think I have, by Cami Moa Sama. Okay, Neil and Julian are going to be married. He likes women. Okay, well, we should not do that then. Okay, let's just say that these people, okay, let's not make them spouses. That's rude. Maybe household member, but maybe we'll make them just best friends that decided to co-parent. Because we support all kinds of families here. And it's a boy named Xavier. Oh no, twins. Okay, and Brandon. Yeah, that won't be a problem at all. Okay, for the Jimenez household, I'm not sure who Janice is. So, yeah, Janice died by laughter and is still in the household for some reason. Okay, so Malachi was married to Janice. All right, so I think Brittany, since she's a teenager and a werewolf for some reason, is, oh no, she's a hybrid. How did that happen? Dormant wolf and strong bloodline. All right, so we had a mother and a father and ended up with a hybrid, which means that this person can bug my game. All right, first oh, good. Fairy form is hidden. So Brittany was the newborn. And hopefully we can relinquish our fairy essence, and maybe you have the ability to change. Probably not. Nope. All right. The only thing is you cannot change her to becoming a non-occult or actually get rid of her fairiness until we get rid of her werewolfness. All right. I think there is no, the one on the gallery is not it. This is going to be so annoying. I have a teenager who is both a werewolf and a fairy, and I need to fix that. And I don't have Carla anymore. I have already rebirthed Carla. Great. That's just great. What do you mean she's transformed? She doesn't have transformation mastery. Why are you transformed? Annoying. Okay, this is dangerous, but we're going to reveal our fairy form and probably glitch our game. Okay, that's reset her. Okay, and then we're going to... Oh, reveal is the only thing that is... Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, now drink your wolf be gone. And you are no longer a werewolf, thanks to Carla. And you no longer glitch my game. Okay, well, Brittany is technically a teenager. So how many days until you age up? 4. All right, so she's also a dormant wolf, which is kind of dangerous since she's a fairy and a dormant wolf. And Sulani Mana, and Grim Descendant. I must have picked a super sim for... Yeah, he must be a super sim. He's both Grimborn and Grim Descendant. How did that happen? Who was able to stack that on Malachi? Yeah, Malachi was downloaded from the gallery and somehow ended up with Dormant Wolf, Grimborn, Grim Descendant, and Ancient Bloodline, Greater Wolf Blood. All right, that's interesting. So he hopefully is not... No, he's not a hybrid. He is just a fairy. But Carla is a half alien. Are you a half alien, Malachi? You are. Okay, so Malachi is a half alien. Did Brittany, did you get that as well? You did. Okay, so she is also half alien. That's interesting. Okay, then we have Nolan and Reginald Moon, who are the sons of Jenny and Emery. So these two are still teenagers. Then we have Timothy and Dario Bellas, who had Keisha, who is still a teenager. And then the Sulani family, we have, let's see, Kala is a child, and she was the daughter of, I think, Piper and Oscar? Yeah, Piper and Oscar. And then Derek is the father, or the grandfather. So they had another one. Elise is also a child. Did they have twins, or is she adopted or something? I think she's just a younger sister, just not that much younger. So Elise is also part of this family, and they also have a dog for some reason. Okay, then we have Matt, who is married to Mava and has Lane in the Sparks household. And yeah, there's a bunch of kids. Well, there's one kid, but okay, so all of these are teenagers, even though they're all part of the 5th generation. All right, so that's fine. Well, Candace has decided that she's going to join the robot revolution. So what happened is basically we have taken Carla and rebirthed her. So she is now an infant and she's starting completely over from scratch. So she did, however, get the Burning Soul achievement, so she can recall her past life and get all of her traits back. But for now, she is just an infant. So she's going to go to sleep. And then we have Theodore, who also got rebirthed. So this version of Theodore has the burning soul trait and is reborn. So I know that loses all of the birth traits, as you can see, and you cannot get them back. So this version of Theodore is going to be the rebirthed version, and we are going to move on to the other version of Theodore, or the version of Theodore that was cloned. So Theodore got cloned, and he used his cloning machine. So what happened was Pandora is the version that just got reset to a child. So she still has all of her traits, and she also has all of the birth traits that I have added since I did my video on how to get all of the birth traits. So she is strong physical affinity, strong mental affinity, strong creative affinity, and also high faith lineage in here somewhere, because we have so many traits. I have no idea where it is. So we're going to redo all of the child stuff that she missed, or not redo it, but do it for the first time. And that also means that we are going to have the imaginary friends. So this is Pretty Pegacorn, and we're going to start with the evil imaginary best friend. And we are going to basically befriend it. And then we're also going to do all of the formative moments. We're going to do the cool kid on the block. And this entire world is filled with basically robots. So all of the adults in the world have been removed, and we kept all of the children. So we have for the aliens, Alien and Alien 2 is now Andromedus and Orion. And I did have 2 people leave comments to name them Andromeda and Orion. For some reason, they both picked the same name. So therefore, that's the names we're going to. So since they were both male, I did change Andromeda to Andromedus, which is a male version of that name. So we have the 2 little baby aliens that Theodore never bothered to name. And so Candace got fed up with Theodore. And because of that, she wanted to basically concentrate on rebuilding the human race with compassion and empathy for all forms of life. And that is why we now have all children except for Benny. Poor Benny is down here and crying in his bed because he's locked in this room, basically, in the basement. He is a teenager, but the reason why I thought it fit the story to have him confined is because he's kind of older and he did not get reset. So I can't really have him be part of the family right now because he would remember what happened. And Pandora, even though Pandora is a child, where did the doll go? Oh, that's creepy. Okay, it went in her inventory. So I guess if you play with the doll, she puts it in her inventory. Okay, well, yeah, you play with the doll, Pandora, and also, you can't do homework. I guess you already did your homework? You did. All right, so she is a grade C student, which we will have to build back up to an A. So that's fine. And why are you just sitting there? Oh, she's bugged. All right. Well, anyway, so this lovely house, which is in Gibby Point, I did get this off of the gallery. And this is Gibby Point Family 64 by 64 by Sherry GR. And this is hashtag no re-upload. So it will not be able to upload this feel free to go to the gallery and download this house from the original creator. And the only thing is I did have to fix the stairs and the roofs. For whatever reason, they did not download correctly for me, but it's an easy fix. And the basement was only this original room. And so I did modify it a little bit, but not enough to warrant saying it's a different build. So what I have done is basically I redid the stairway, and the stairway basically was just non-functional before. And now that light is floating for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay, we'll put that there. And yeah, so we have this little garage. We have the downstairs area with all of the living room. And we do have an extra bedroom right here now because I decided to put Benny in the basement. But this is Pandora's room. And then upstairs, we have a room for Candace, which is the master room. There's a bathroom up here too, but Candace doesn't need one, but that's fine. Anyway, so we have in the basement like a little kids hangout, and then the nursery I added on, but this is just a really simple room with a bunch of beds and toys. And my plan is that when the two aliens get to be children, they will move into this room over here, which has two child size, well, bunk beds, but they can be child size beds and also teenage beds. So that's where they're going to stay. And then Carla and Theodore, who are going to be toddlers, could then have this room. And when they get to be children, I will redo this room and make it a copy of the other one, basically. So those 4 children will stay in the basement, and we won't have any problems having extra rooms for later. And then this I built myself, but I basically just threw all of the get to work stuff in here and made a laboratory out of it, except for the university robot station. So that's Candace's area, and this is locked using the Get Famous safe door. So only Candace can come in here. And then this room over here is for Benny. So yeah, Benny gets to stay in this room. I have dropped him out of high school, and he will be staying there until he's an adult and can have the next child for, I'll probably just have a science baby. And then that baby will join the household, and then Benny can join the rest of the adults in the world, basically. And yeah, so we are just going to continue like this. And it is very late. You need to go to bed, even though you probably are not tired. All right, everybody needs to go to bed. Okay, we can already turn our evil doll into an imaginary friend. So fun. So we plan on having all of the imaginary friends, but yeah, that kind of means that we need to be able to send them back to the imaginary land, which, you know, is not really nice, but that's just what we'll have to do. So here is Pretty Pegacorn, and we are going to start some of our challenges. So the formative challenges are formative moments. One of them you can get is by clicking on an urn and start the Learn from the Past challenge. Now, we're going to try and get all of these doing them with the formative moments method instead of the rewards points method. But if I get tired of that and I can't figure out how to start one, we might just buy it from the store because we have so many rewards points. Okay, so we have the Learn from the Past, and this one is suggested challenges. Oh, have a best friend imaginary friend. Does that? No, it doesn't look like you can start it from here. Okay, so I guess the only way you could start that one is through this, because I didn't see anything on the doll that allowed me to do that. Well, what if I send back to Imaginary Land? No. All right, so I guess I can only do that. That kind of makes me hesitant, though, because if you can only do this once, I'm only going to be able to get the one that I already have, which I guess maybe it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and click that. And my imaginary friend is the best. I want us to become BFFs. I should do a bunch of things with my imaginary friend. All right, well, I mean, if I could only get one of those, I can also just buy them with points. So we do want to have all of those imaginary friends in the household, which means we will probably have to do it with different sims in order to turn them into a different life sim when they grow up. But I think it is already somebody's birthday. Yes, it's already Orion and Andromedus. Oh, that name is going to be so hard. Andromedus. All right, so since it's their birthdays already, that means we can have children. Okay, no, I really should give her a bath first. Okay, Carla, don't worry. I'm coming. I will give you a bath. Happy birthday, Andromedus. Okay, Andromedus is going to be competitive. And I guess we'll give him the mental or whiz kid aspiration. It doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to actually do those aspirations. And happy birthday, Orion. Oh, Orion's going to be competitive too. Sure. I guess we're going to choose creative for you. All right. And then I can have them to claim these beds. And then I'll go ahead and leave the toddler beds in here for a little while because we might have some infants aging up sometime soon. Okay, if you're mean to Pretty Pegacorn, she will actually like you for it. Okay, well, that does work. Okay, we can already become best friends forever with Pretty Pegacorn. So that was pretty easy. All right, so we have become best friends. Does that fulfill? Yes, it does. Okay, so Formative Moments challenge complete. Now I have all these suggested challenge, but I'm going to not do those right now and only do the ones where I find them in the world. So this one is already done, or at least already acquired. And then, okay, there's the Start Be an Entertainer challenge by clicking on any other child. And then I think if you click on a sibling, well, I can't do it maybe because I'm not a sibling. Oh, that might be a problem. I don't think I have a sibling because if you click on one of the others, you will have friendly, well, I thought there was Formative Moments. Oh, there they are. Okay, so Formative Moments start Share Sibling Adventures Challenge and Think of Others and Start Be an Entertainer Challenge. But I don't get that with Pandora. I guess because they're technically not related. Do you have any relationships in this save file? Oh, right. No, you do not. Okay, so I did make her a child of Carla. So Theodore is her brother, but that's the Theodore that passed away, not the Theodore that is in the household right now. So, yeah. Technically, Pandora does not have any children. I mean, technically, Pandora does not have any relationships. So we might have to change that later on. It's fine for right now. I think there's a limit to how many you can start. Yeah, start Be Crafty. So we will start that one. I'm going to start as many as I can. And then basically you can't do any more until you've completed some of them. Okay, if you click on the fridge, there's Start Feed Yourself Challenge. And that's a good one because all you have to do is get a quick meal and that will satisfy that challenge. And we're going to start the Think of Others challenge. All right, how many more can we get? Yeah, I can only have 5 at a time. Okay. So we need to make a friend with a ghost and have a really special connection with a ghost. Oh, we don't have any ghost friends. That might be a problem. Okay, one thing I have noticed with Pandora is something that I haven't even counted on. You can't see what formative moment traits you have when you're a child. So if you go to the reward store, they're not even on the list. I was expecting them to be on the list and be purchasable, but I guess it makes sense that you can't purchase them because you're still a child, which means we will have to manually keep track of the ones that we have done. And I think the one that I did was making a best friend or an imaginary best friend. And I think that's the only thing that I have done. I will have to go back and review the footage to make sure. Ooh, ask to teach how to start fires. Okay, so if you are mean to Pretty Pegacorn, she basically will teach you how to start a fire. Okay, so Candace is now a level 10 robot. We have done everything we can do with a servo. Okay, well done. Pandora completed the Be an Entertainer challenge and has received the Center of Attention trait. Okay, she got the trait. Does this mean it's bugged? Or maybe because she already had an evil best imaginary friend, I didn't get it. So this means that you can check them off as you do them. I thought you had to be an adult. Oh, yay, it's the infants' birthdays. So now we're going to have toddlers again, but not infants at least. Wait, it's Carla's birthday. But it's not Theodore's birthday. Great. Okay, well, at least I get to age up Carla. Happy birthday, Carla. You're now going to be a toddler again. Oh, and she has thinking level 5, movement level 5, and communication level 5. Well, and she got a bonus trait, top-notch infant. That is actually surprising that she has level 5 in those traits. I thought you didn't get that much, but I guess because she's reborn, she gets that much. I'm going to make her independent. I do not want to potty train her. I wonder why it's only communication, movement, and thinking. She doesn't get the potty skill, and she doesn't get the creative skill. Okay, let's give Pretty Pegacorn some gifts. I'm not sure if this will count because she's not technically a real sim, but maybe. Yep, I can give her one. And oh, who's this? I don't know you. Sydney Eternal? Okay, so Sydney is a distant relative. She is a daughter of Luke and Maki, and she's over here for some reason. I have no idea why. And I suppose she disappeared. Where did you go, Sydney? Are you playing on the playground at 10:41 p.m. at night? Why would a child walk through someone's house after 10 p.m.? All right. Well, wherever she is, she must be gone because it's not letting me say hi to her. Oh, it just keeps giving you suggested challenges. I'm not. Oh, this one. Pandora thinks doctors are amazing with how they heal Sim. She loves playing doctor and would love to learn more about health and science. Reward. When Pandora grows up, she will advance more quickly in the logic skill as well as in the doctor career. And I wonder if you can get that by clicking on this. No. So what determines when you get a suggested challenge? I wanted to make sure that I was getting the challenges by clicking on objects, just in case the suggested challenges was, oh, I don't know, bugged. But maybe that's the only way you can get certain ones, because I should definitely be able to get that one by just clicking on this play doctor thing, and it's not coming up. I guess we are going to just do that one. So be inquisitive about health. Will that be played doctor as a kid? Now, what I can do is I can go to one of my other Sims who is at least a teenager. Go to the reward store, go to Formative Moments traits, and look for played doctor as a kid. Okay, so that's an actual one, and it's from Inquisitive About Health. So that links this one together. So as a child, the Sim spent a lot of time playing doctor and was interested in learning about health. As an adult, they will advance more quickly in the logic skill as well as in the doctor career, get to work. And then that's the same picture here. So we have to be careful about linking these so that we are sure that we find them all. And I went ahead and did that one because I think that you also get a happy moodlet for playing doctor as a kid, but I'm not sure if this is the same thing or not. Oh, you have to play with both of them, the Boo Boo Billy Doctor playset and a Tum Tum Teddy Doctor playset. Oh, and it gave me another one? Be an enthusiast. Oh, no, I don't think that I finished. Did I finish it? I have no idea what that sound is either. There is somewhere over here a sound from a male voice, and I have no idea where it's coming from. It's like there's somebody here, but I can't find them. Is there some object that makes some sort of sound? It is just weird that when I'm in this position right here, I randomly hear a male Sim voice saying something. And it doesn't sound like any of my Sims that are currently on my lot. And it's just so weird. Okay, did I get that formative moment? Because I do not see it on here anymore. I have learned from the past, be crafty, feed yourself, and think of others. And the other one is just gone. It didn't notify me that I finished it, which is concerning. Oh, okay. I have played doctor as a kid. Okay. It just didn't tell me. And I'm going to record that I got that from suggested challenges. And I seem to get it when I had my imaginary friend out and I was doing homework. So I'm not sure if that's related, but we'll just go ahead and say yes, because I'm guessing that I'm going to have to get most of these from suggested challenges. Now, if you click on a trash can, you can get the Start Be Useful challenge. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. I think this might be everyone's little helper. I'm going to assume it is. Ooh, epic! I didn't know that that was a new... Oh, epic origami. I was wondering why she couldn't get an excellent one because they have epic ones. Great. This is going to be hard. Make 4 high quality paper crafts. Okay, so normal doesn't count, obviously, but neither does epic. Why not? And that's epic. Oh. Sims, why? It's either red or normal. Oh, no, wait. I got an excellent one. Okay, good. This is so annoying, though. It is completely random, and that is completely annoying. Sometimes I get epic, sometimes I get normal, sometimes I rarely get excellent, which is in the middle, which is the only one that counts for the high quality paper craft. Why? Why does epic not count? Okay, that counted for something, I think. All right, I think I got the Be Crafty one. Which one did that give me? Crafty Kid. Okay, so Be Crafty is Crafty Kid. I'm pretty sure that I already knew that. And Pandora has mastered the papercraft skill. Oh, look, it's Theodore's birthday. Okay, we will be getting rid of our final infant because infants are so buggy. They are indeed not fixed. Happy birthday, Theodore! You are now a toddler again. And now you're going to be independent because I don't like potty training. Okay, so that finishes the feed yourself one. We have done 5 of these now. So we have be an entertainer, be crafty, be inquisitive about health, make an imaginary best friend, and feed yourself. And that got us the fed myself as a kid formative moment. And guess what? Since I have gone to the house in Florida, unfortunately, none of my settings are saved on this computer. So I'm going to have to export my settings from the other computer and import them here. So that kind of stinks. But I don't think that we have done anything, or maybe we have actually. Papercraft. We did the papercraft skill, and we did. Do they have the formative moments? Yeah, they have the formative moments on here. Okay, so we can check those off. I'm just not going to do it today. I wish there was a way to just log in and have this save the settings on the server versus me having to export the file and import the file. It just boils down to I need to make my own tracker, and I just haven't had time. So, as always, this is Charity, and thanks for watching.
There
There it is again!
Yo yam!